Yeah, just obviously a hard-fought game from start to finish. Never was much of a margin. We had a little bit of one there in the second half, and that disappeared pretty quickly because Alabama's good, obviously. But proud of our guys. Happy for the guys. They continue to work, continue to make progress, and understand that we have to keep doing that.
Let's go first question. We'll go to Eric Bailey from the Tulsa World.
Lon, can you talk a little bit about playing without Austin Reeves and Alondes Williams, and when did you find out they were not going to be available?
We knew for sure just prior to practice yesterday. So, yeah, not a lot of time to make those adjustments given that. But, yeah, I mean, obviously every team would like to be at full strength every ball game. But, we weren't. And I thought the guys stepped in there and picked up the slack and did a great job.
I wanted to ask you, too, about team defense, especially during down the stretch. Alabama didn't have a three-pointer in the last 7 minutes, and we're just 1 of 10 to end the game. Just talk about defense during that key stretch of basketball.
Guys did a good job of getting to their shooters. They all shoot it great. They move the ball great. I thought the key was, you guys did a pretty good job of guarding the ball, and where we didn't have to help and recover. They got into the paint a few times and kicked it to that opposite corner for threes, but they do that a lot. So, again, we just tried to limit the number of opportunities they had, and I thought the guys did a good job of working at that, and yet they're good at it. So it's not that you can win that battle every time down, but we won just enough of them.
Thank you, Lon. Appreciate it. Congratulations.
Go next to Ryan Aber from the Oklahoman.
Yeah, Lon, sticking with the defense side of things, wanted to ask you about Victor Walker and Elijah Harkless. Obviously, those two guys have played really good defense for you a lot of the year, but how important were they tonight in helping limit Alabama?
They were huge. I think EJ and Victor both bring a physical presence to the defensive side of it. Victor's outstanding. I thought Victor did a great job of not only rebounding the ball, but keeping some other balls alive by tapping them out. EJ is just always aggressive. Kept, we got those 2 fouls midway in the first half, and I thought that really hurt us, in terms of our substitution rotation. Weren't real deep anyhow, and then he went back in and played with 2. I thought the last few minutes of the first half was a big key to kind of, we lost some ground when he was out, and he went back in, and we took the lead into halftime. So I thought he was key in that.
Appreciate it, Lon.
Go next to Joey Helmer, the OU Insider.
Yeah, Lon, you guys are obviously down your leading scorer and another key role player. What do you think it says just about the mentality, the togetherness of your team that you're able to beat another top 10 team without those 2 players today?
Our depth has been key all year, whether it be foul trouble or COVID or, a sprained ankle or whatever. Guys off the bench have played their minutes well. We've had different starting lineups, of course. But, yeah, we got a lot of guys that can rotate in there and hold their own and, make progress. So that depth is a huge key for us.
Go next to Bob Frisbello with Sooner Scoop.
Yeah, well, on those last 4 minutes, not a lot of shots being made either way. Just kind of take us through that final possession with the shot by Harkless, and what does it say about him stepping up in the moment like that?
Yeah, it was great. It wasn't a picture, by the book necessarily. Kind of had to pivot a couple times, but just the toughness to hang in there and get it off, and it was huge. It was a huge play by EJ, and credit to him. And then we got a stop on the other end, which was important as well.
Go next to Josh Callaway with Sooners Wire.
Yeah, Lon, it sure seemed like the players fed off the crowd today in a big way, especially Davion pulling up the crowd a few times. Did you get the sense that the crowd really helped you guys, especially down the stretch there?
Absolutely. It was really big. I thought the crowd was in it the entire way. I think they recognized early that it was going to be a tough ball game, and the crowd was great. Back-to-back, big impact on games and back-to-back weekends.
Next question will go to James Hale with KREF.
Hey, Lon, what does this recent stretch of Big Ten wins for you say about the Sooner basketball program?
Hey, guys are making progress. Guys are battling hard. I think defensively we just consistently have gotten better in the last 3 to 4 weeks especially. They want to keep improving in that area. Their communication is getting better. Consistency is getting better. We'd like to clean things up a little bit offensively in terms of having fewer possessions where we just don't get the looks we want. But I think this group will. And when they keep improving defensively and get a little sharper with their execution offensively, I think we can keep getting better.
On the ISO, on Harkless's bucket, that was an ISO setup for him, right?
It was, yeah. It was, didn't quite break the way we wanted it to, but EJ stuck with it and made a tough shot out of it.
Next question will go to Joe Bettner with Norman Transcript.
Elon, Brady Manick gets a few to go down, especially important stretches of the game. What's it like for you to see him step up and be able to, contribute just after the time he's missed and to get in the game and make some pretty crucial plays?
It was so great to see that. I mean, people, I know fans and players and coaches have been pulling for him so badly. And really the last 2 days in practice is the first time he's kind of looked healthy. And I think that, coincides with him getting, more results. But he fought, got some big rebounds. Absolutely, excited for Brady and COVID hit him awfully hard, and it's great to have him back. And I think he'll keep making strides from here.
Thanks, Lon.
Go next to Barry Trimble with the Oklahoman.
Yeah, Lon, on Manick, you referred to it, but not just that he's been missing shots. He hadn't been all that physical inside and whatnot. He's such a good rebounder. He looked like he was in there fighting and battling. And could you tell, is it mostly just a physical thing? Is he back to 100% physicality now?
I think that's the start of it. Yesterday was the first time in practice he looked like himself from a health standpoint. And I thought, he transferred that, especially in the second half today. Like you say, he was battling and physical and got some big rebounds and obviously made some big buckets. But absolutely, it's great to see him have that little bounce back and that toughness down inside.
Next question will go to Garen Emig from the Tulsa World.
Hey, Eric, go ahead and let Cliff ask since he's at the game. Come back to me if there's time.
Okay, Cliff Brunt, AP.
Yeah, Coach, if you could just put in perspective how important this win is. There haven't been very many non-conference opportunities. You had an opportunity to beat a top 10 team. I know there's a lot of games yet to go, but what does this do for you guys in terms of your long-term goals?
Anytime you can beat a top 10 team, of course, it's great. But like you say, you got a full month of basketball left in the regular season, and a lot of big time, battles ahead, and we got to keep getting better and keep doing the things that this group's done in the last 3 weeks. So, but yeah, it's huge. Anytime you can win a game like that, it's big from a resume standpoint, big from a confidence standpoint, and momentum. It's continuing to move in the right direction. So those wins are always never take those for granted.
Go ahead, Garen.
Okay, thanks, Eric. Lon, you've talked about toughness and what it takes to win games, especially second half of a season for years. I know that about you. How pleased are you to see that this game, as much as anything, came down to you guys had more fight?
Well, all games, for the most part, are going to come down to that. Not that the other team's not tough also, but winning those battles, those individual matchups, rebound, battles, whatever the case might be. I thought we won our share of them down the stretch, and Alabama's a really, really good team. So that should make our guys feel pretty good.
Okay, last question will go to Austin Kirkwright with OU Daily.
Hey, Lon. So, you're the third team in, NCAA history to have 4 top 10 wins in a month. In this game, I saw you coaching out there. Looked like you were, expressing a little bit more emotion than usual. Is there anything, kind of fun for you this season working with this group and coaching this group like that?
That's a great point. This group's been great to see the progress and to see their intentionally trying to get better individually. They spend a ton of time in the gym on their own. Shots in the morning, shots before practice, after practice. So anytime teams invest like that, it's fun to watch them, get results that they deserve. And they've just steadily gotten better, and it's going to hopefully continue because the competition is going to continue to be very high level.